Hello and welcome to the Motorway Man, and welcome to the second part of a two-part series where I'll be looking at Stafford services. So we're at Stafford North, operated by Moto on the M6 northbound, only at junction 14 and junction 15. Now the first thing you'll see is the secret Greggs. Now the Greggs is completely separate from the main interior building, so not a lot of people know of its existence. And also, just like we can see from my Knutsford episode, one of these new laundrette areas that Moto's adding as well, which I think are really good for the likes of, if people have a camper van, something like that, or, if you're doing long distance journeys, just to get yourself nice and clean. So, let's go inside, have a look around, and see what we can see. Guide dogs welcome, wonderful. Oh, look at this, just noticed this thing, guys. 4-star motorway service area. Is it 4-star, and is it better than part 1, which was Stafford South, operated by Roadchef? Let me know. You can make your mind up for yourself. Do donate to the Moto Foundation, guys, make a difference, and you help out the service stations as well. Now, you may see I'm walking out at the service station. Now, instead of doing the usual I've been the Motorway Man outro, this is not the end of the video, guys. I have one more factor that may sway you to decide that Stafford North is better than Roadchef Stafford South, and I'll be showing you it shortly. Before we get to that point though, see these tiki guys here? They're like what I've seen previously at the likes of trowel services. Sadly I didn't film that one, which was unfortunate. But yeah, you see those sorts of things at trowel services, like those tiki men, things of that nature. There we've got the travel lodge, and behind the travel lodge is what I've got to show you. You know, I'm a big fan of service stations that feature the likes of nature trails, woodlands, walks, and things of that nature. And it is Stafford North services that features the biggest lake of any service station on the motorway network, which is pretty wonderful if you ask me, and I will be 100% definitely showing it to you as well. Now, Stafford North services is in a rather busy part of the M6, but you may notice that it's pretty green for the M6, and that's because that when you built the thing, when it opened in 1996, you were expecting the M6 to be widened from a 3-lane motorway up to a 4-lane motorway, due to rises in traffic, I would assume. So they built the service station as far back as possible from the motorway to make sure that they had room to widen it. However, it wouldn't be from 2019 until they actually ended up widening the thing. So there's the travel lodge there, huge building. So if you were to stay here, there's plenty. Fire assembly point there, always love to see it, you know me, I like my safety. Now if you look at this area, like this is a pretty wonderful area, considering you're close to a hotel to play football, so if you've got children or whatever, bring them back here. It's just off to the side of the travel lodge in the main Moto hospitality building and everything. And yeah, you should see it. It's pretty nice and everything. So, let's go and see what we can see. Walk through this little path here, and we should reach the big lake. The site had a major refurbishment in 2022, which seen the new open plan seating area that I just showed you, as well as a larger choice of facilities featuring the likes of Pret and ChoZen Noodle. The newest thing to open was the Pret I just mentioned, which opened in June of last year. So, Here's the lake. This is the moment you've been waiting for. This is what I promised I would show you. Lovely picnic areas again here, guys. And here we are. There is the biggest lake at any service station. If you are a fan of lakes, watch my video on Hopwood Park services, because that's got one as well. Or maybe Leeds Skelton Lake services, as the name suggests. Isn't that just wonderful, guys? And is that a Canadian goose I see as well? Let me see if I can zoom in. Sure is lovely to see that the birds appreciate service stations as well. So I think this is where I'll call it today. Just before I do, there is a playground for little children and stuff like that. So anyway, that'll do it for today. This has been part 2 of a 2-part series where I'm looking at Stafford services. The southbound, which you've seen in part 1, is operated by Roadchef, which opened in 1999, partially constructed by Blue Boar as well. And this opened in 1996, which is the newer of the two. It's 3/4 of a mile north up the M6, which is operated by Moto. What side's better? I'd probably have to go for Stafford South. That's just me. This one's wonderful as well. So it's up to you which one you prefer. So anyway, that'll do it for today. Thanks for stopping by. I've been the Motorway Man. This has been my 2-part special on Stafford services, Roadchef, Moto and Blue Boar all making an appearance. And Euro Garage as well. If you're curious as to why that's the case, watch part 1. But anyway, that'll do it. Thanks for stopping by. Goodbye.